All right, this is not an unboxing. This is a review. And these are okay. Let's talk about why. Hey everybody, welcome back to Gadget Conquest, and today we are looking at the newly released Beats, what are these called? Studio Wireless? Beats Studio Buds, that's what they're called. These are $150. They just came out on June 25th? Does that sound right? Something like that. And they are Beats, obviously. They're in-ear earbuds. They have active noise canceling, and that's it. That's literally the So I initially did an unboxing. I recorded an unboxing a few days ago when these actually came out, and here's the box. And it's just really disappointing. It was probably the most disappointing unboxing that I've done so far. The box literally advertises 2 features, and one isn't even a feature, okay? The box advertises active noise canceling and powerful balanced sound, and that's it. That is everything that the box advertises. Oh man, this is such a disappointing. Even the the front says active noise canceling and then transparency mode. That's it. That's all it says. This is Apple. Remember, Apple bought Beats. This is an Apple product. And it's clear why Apple doesn't put their logo on these things, honestly, because this is very subpar for an Apple product, to be honest. I'm not a huge Apple fan, but Apple definitely has a pedigree when it comes to unboxing experiences. And even if some of their products might be, as far as I believe, overpriced, they still manage to pack quite a few features into them. These do not have quite a few features. These have a couple features. So this is the actual case, and over here I actually have the AirPods Pro, so you can compare the size here. So it is, let's see, it's wider than the AirPods Pro case by a couple centimeters, and it's taller than the AirPods Pro case by not even a centimeter, maybe half. So it's bigger, but it's not a lot bigger. It's not significantly bigger. However, this bigger case, and it's the same thing, same issue that I had with Sony, right? There's no wireless charging for this. It's $150 and it has no wireless charging. It's clear that Apple sort of made the compromise because price-wise it's about the same as the non-Pro AirPods with the wireless charging case. So it seems that Apple has decided that if you have wireless charging and active noise canceling, then your device is all of a sudden $250 worth. And if you sacrifice one of the two, then you can hit that $150 price point. Obviously, that's not true. Adding wireless charging is, it actually doesn't increase the cost of this product by that much. So they've just decided that that's the arbitrary limit. A lot of companies have done that, made that decision. That's fine, whatever. But it does mean that this has far fewer features. Honestly, this reminds me of the Aukey headphones that I looked at. That was my first video, I believe. They were very similar. Honestly, the case is a little bit smaller than those Aukey ones were, but it's this same sort of matte black design. It's not glossy. I mean, it has like a semi-gloss, but it's mostly matte. Kind of like almost like a powdered finish, whereas the AirPods case is super, super glossy. So this is a lot more similar to those Aukey earbuds. The only difference is being, once again, this part. So these are the actual earbuds. They are honestly some of the weirdest looking earbuds I've ever seen. However, you know, I'll give credit where credit is due. They're pretty comfortable in the ear. Which one did I just take out? The left? So they're pretty comfortable in the ear. You go ahead, you put it in sort of like this, and then you kind of just like slide it in, and the way it's designed is this pill shape, the bottom of the pill is supposed to sit at the bottom part of your ear, and overall I would say it does. At least in my ear, it fits correctly, and while it feels snug and like it doesn't stick out very much, it doesn't feel secure. Like honestly, I wouldn't do any like hardcore exercises with this on. I might just, you know, maybe do some weight training or something like that, but I probably wouldn't even get on the elliptical or the treadmill with this on. I feel like they would fall out because they're just not very, they just don't feel very secure. They also don't have the very nice air filter or the air pass through that the AirPod Pros have. You know, the AirPod Pros have these holes so that air can pass through and you don't get that, you know, that pressure feeling. These don't have that. However, I am not really one of the people that has a problem with those for the most part. Maybe on some really low quality noise canceling earbuds, I've had that, but at least with these, I didn't really have that problem. So that's fine at least, but overall it's kind of a meh experience as far as the fit goes. Here's the other thing is I can never figure out how to get these to go in. There we go, got it, figured it out. Now, to the interface. So these things are not, Apple has this weird thing of using all of these weirdo interfaces. So remember, these are like the pressure sensitive, you have to squeeze the weird handle. These have an actual, I'm gonna take it out again. These have this top bit, this entire top bit is actually a button. So it presses, it clicks, so you have the logo here, the Beats logo here, and you actually click on the top. And the way it works is one click is your play pause. It also picks up and hangs up phone calls. A double click is forward, and a triple click is back. So if you're playing music, forward and back, and then if you hold it, that is how you cycle through your, noise canceling. So the first one is noise canceling, the second one is transparency, and the third one is just off. Overall, I hate it. Honestly, I'm not a fan. I don't like the clicking because it requires a certain amount of pressure and you're sort of pushing it into your ear. And the surface is glossy, so it actually doesn't feel like you would need to click it. You instinctually, if you don't read the little quick start on there, if you don't read it, your sort of instinct is just touch it, especially with a lot of earbuds being that way, and it does nothing. You have to actually push it down, and it kind of just sucks, honestly. It's not that great. But they do sound good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they do sound pretty good. They're not like the clearest, most amazing sound. They're not, obviously not the most balanced sound. However, they do a great job for their price point compared to everything else at the price point. We're talking, you know, like the Samsung Galaxy Buds plus the Pixel Buds. What else are we talking about at that price point? I guess the Skullcandy Indie ANC, those earbuds in that price point, yeah, it sounds really good. The thing that surprised me the most actually was the volume. These things can get really, really loud without distorting. Like even at max volume, it was very minimal distortion. There was some in the highs, but overall the distortion was very minimal, especially compared to other earbuds, and it was way louder than other earbuds, which is something that I think the Beats brand in general is usually pretty good at, is just like cranking up the volume. But these did a pretty good job as far as that is concerned. It is USB-C charging, even though there's no wireless charging, which, you know, at least it's USB-C, right? But overall, meh, honestly. advertised 5 hours of battery life, and the case itself has 2 charges worth, so you get a total of 15 hours of battery life out of the whole thing, which is, that's not a lot. That's not a lot of battery life. I think it's kind of just, yeah, there's a lot of trade-offs here. There's a lot of trade-offs here, and one of them is battery life, but active noise canceling, you're obviously going to have lower battery life. However, with the size of this case, I feel like they could have just put a bigger battery in it. Like it's bigger than this one. They could have just put a bigger. It's not that expensive. Like, they clearly made a bunch of trade-offs for no real reason, just because I guess they want to have very clear segments where it's, if you want something better than this, you know, they don't want to compete with their own products. So I guess that makes sense. And the Beats brand is, you know, it's mostly about the marketing, you know, if we're being real. But overall, it's not a bad product. If you're at this price point and you're looking for active noise canceling, I can recommend these. These are pretty good. The Skullcandy Indies, Skullcandy Indie ANC, man, those are really hard name to remember. Those are pretty good as well. However, I would say that these get louder at that. These get louder while also not distorting, so that's pretty good. And then these also have a better sort of pairing experience because it is the Apple pairing experience. You know, you open the device, it automatically finds it, brings up that little square with your battery life and stuff like that. So if you want something that works really well with that ecosystem, then this sort of just makes sense. But if you don't care about that and you really just want ANC, then I would much rather tell you to get the Skullcandies because they are a little bit cheaper and they're just kind of better. You get the tile, you get the wireless charging, like, and they're also a more snug fit. It's a hard one, you know what I mean? But if you do care about being in the ecosystem, or you want something that's really, really loud like these do, then I can definitely recommend them. They're not bad at all. They're not bad at all. They're just, it's clear that there's a lot of trade-offs made here, okay? That's really what it comes down to. It's just, there's a lot of trade-offs made here. Kind of a disappointing product, just overall, honestly. I was really hyped about these. Anyway. What a downer. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Have a good night, have a good week, and I will see you in the next one.